This week's hike was Clark's Creek Trail in Puyallup, Washington. Coincidentally, the trailhead is at Clark's Creek Park. From the size of the parking lot, I would say this is a very popular park. It has fantastic amenities, bathrooms, picnic gazebos, playgrounds, and they even have an off-leash dog park here. A perfect place for a summer outing. The map at the trailhead was a bit confusing for us. It said the trail was 4 miles long, not 2.2, and it looks nothing like our All Trails map on our phone. Since 4 miles really isn't that much more than 2 miles, we decided to just start walking and figure it out as we go. In hindsight, let me clear the confusion up for you before you start hiking. If you compare the two maps, this particular leg is actually shown on the big map. What's not shown is the rest of the loop. The very first intersection you come to, if you take a right, you'll go on this little teeny loop, and take a left to go to the main trail. We're off. We shortly noticed a very large number of huge birds flying overhead. Looking off into these trees, we can see all these nests. A closer look revealed more than 50 of them. And these things here are great blue herons. We've discovered a great blue heron rookery. More than 100 of these birds are flying overhead, breaking off branches, and taking them back to their nests they are currently building. It was pretty darn cool, like being in the pterodactyl aviary in Jurassic Park. If you want to see these birds yourself, they're about right at this point on the map. After admiring the birds for a while, we pressed on. Upon getting to this intersection, we turned left and went down the hill. This route had a viewpoint that had a much better view of the rookery nests. We came upon a pretty fancy bridge, going over a gorgeous stream. Next to the stream was a very educational plaque. It was all about the life stages of fish. After pressing on for a little ways, we found out why the plaque was there. We're actually on the backside of a salmon fish hatchery. They release these fish into the stream, which probably explains why the herons have a rookery there. Build your home next to the supermarket. We finally remembered to look at our map and find out that we're way off trail. Apparently, we took a wrong turn. But the detour was well worth it, and we'd do it again. We turned around and hopped back up on the trail. Amazingly, they still have some old-growth trees along this route. At this point, we're starting to realize this place is just absolutely riddled with trails. Many of them aren't on the map, so start paying real close attention to your All Trails GPS map to stay on track. At about this point of the trail, we started to pick up some mud. From the tracks, I'd say the bicycles are also allowed on this trail. Either that or they have very large snakes. When you get to this intersection here, pay very close attention. If you go to the left like we did, All Trails will quickly inform you that you've gone astray. As it turns out, this direction is the 4-mile trail that was mentioned in the map at the beginning. We'll come back and hike that one next week. So, back to the intersection, and we'll turn left, which would have been straight if we wouldn't have veered off course. If you see the nicer looking bridge, you're on course. The building you see off in the distance is the elementary school. You'll find also, since this part of the trail has access to kids, There'll be considerably more mud. The trail actually winds up going within about 20 feet of the building. And the number of trails just grows exponentially in this area. Man, this must be fun on dirt bikes. At this point, we're going to start headed downhill. The trail that we see way down there is the original trail we came in on. Trying to get to it using this map, pretty much not happening. So we just picked the nearest steep trail and went down until we got onto the main route. Let's do the little loop now. As it turns out, it's not really a trail, it's a road. You can see the parking lot off on the right. And if you're not from the Pacific Northwest, and you see this plant, which is in abundance along this route, be forewarned, these are called nettles. Specifically, stinging nettles. Don't touch them. Well, looky there, we found the dog park. Little Babaroo is eager to give it a try. It's amazing. The little guy can spend all day hiking, hit the dog park, and go like there's no tomorrow. Finally, it's a very short walk back to the parking lot. The car is still there and all the windows are still intact. We're going to have to call this a successful and fun hike. Well, thanks for watching.